and that disability was a curse, not anymore. So what do you think brought about that shift in perspective?
So what brought about the shift in perspective was came to a point when I turned 6. I realized that I am left alone in my world. I realized that my family, no matter how they loved me and they wanted to support me, would never understand what I am passing through more than I do.
Mm-hmm.
So, spoke to myself, responded to myself. And what was the conversation I had with myself? Hey, Justice, listen, you are alone in your world. So you need to grab your destiny by yourself and in your own hands. So that was enough motivation and inspiration, self-giving inspiration that I gained when I turned 6. So, and I began to pursue my dreams based on that inspiration. It wasn't an easy path. The road was so rough. I had to encounter different challenges along the line, including betrayal, trusts, all connected to my disability as a blind person. But because of the voice and the conversation I had when I was 6, I continued to move on. I began because that inspiration, that voice keeps reminding me that my word is in my hands. I need to capture my word, control my word, and rule my word. So I wouldn't have to limit myself or pay attention to any obstacles along the way. Will they come? Yes, they will. But what do I have to do? Find solution to surmount, to dismantle those obstacles and keep moving. So while doing this, I now realize that it is not my blindness. My blindness is not the problem. But the problem is the society. The problem is the people living in the society. The problem is based on how the society was historically structured, not having blind people or people with disabilities in mind. Still, blindness wasn't a curse. And again, when I was in Nigeria, culturally, people wouldn't like to associate with disabilities. They may associate with people with disabilities, but not with disabilities. There is this common phrase in Nigeria, God forbid, it's not my portion. So disability in Nigeria is not the portion of any individual. And God, according to Nigerian language, would always forbid disability. So with that notion, I started seeing my blindness as a forbidden thing, as something that shouldn't be part of me. But with experience, with journey in life, I began to realize that I should be proud of my blindness. In fact, I always introduce myself as the blind Justice Chukwu to remind myself that I own my blindness. And I am proud to be identified as the blind Justice Chukwu. You please follow the blind Justice Chukwu on his Instagram page at My Enchanted Castle, and also YouTube at Oh My Enchanted Castle.